Have you ever shared something about yourself, only to wish moments later that you hadn't? We live in a world that constantly urges us to share, to open up, to be transparent. But here's a thought. What if keeping certain things private could actually bring more depth, more authenticity to our lives? We'll explore how holding back some parts of our lives can actually enhance our relationships, our peace of mind, and even our success. So if you've ever felt pressured to share more than you're comfortable with, or if you're curious about how a little privacy can go a long way, stick around. You might just find a perspective that changes the way you think about your daily interactions and your digital footprint. Let's get into it. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. I highly encourage you to watch the whole thing without skipping. You never know which part might spark a meaningful change in your life. Secret number 1. Past battles, the value of privacy. When we talk about our past struggles, it's important to remember that while these experiences have undoubtedly played a significant role in shaping who we are, continuously revisiting and sharing every detail isn't always beneficial. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This quote beautifully encapsulates the essence of focusing on the present and how we've grown, rather than dwelling on past hardships. Our past battles, be they failures, losses, or challenges, are indeed a part of our journey. They have contributed to our resilience, our understanding of life, and our empathy towards others. However, it's the wisdom we extract from these experiences, not the experiences themselves, that truly matters. As Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, pointed out, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. This perspective encourages us to view past struggles as a form of mental and emotional exercise, strengthening us for future challenges. Psychologically, it's known that ruminating on past difficulties can trap us in a cycle of negative thinking, preventing us from appreciating our current situation and the growth we've achieved. Epictetus, a Greek Stoic philosopher, advised, "Do not dwell on the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." By focusing on the present, we can apply the lessons learned from the past in a constructive manner, improving our current circumstances and mental well-being. Secret number 2. Your goals, discretion in ambition. Discussing our personal goals can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, sharing goals can make us feel accountable and supported. On the other hand, it can lead to unforeseen complications. Stoic philosophy, along with insights from Western philosophy and psychology, provides valuable guidance on this matter. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, emphasize the importance of focusing on what is within our control. He said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This suggests the wisdom in being selective about what we share, especially regarding our personal goals. By keeping certain plans to ourselves, we retain control over them and minimize the risk of external interference, whether it's copying or sabotage. Marcus Aurelius, another prominent Stoic, also advised caution in our disclosures. He believed in the power of action over speech. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one, he said. This speaks to the idea of demonstrating our goals through actions rather than just discussing them. By doing so, we let our achievements speak for themselves, surprising and inspiring others with what we have accomplished rather than what we plan to do. From a psychological perspective, Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, echoed a similar sentiment when he said, "You're what you do, not what you say you'll do." This highlights the importance of action over intention. When we share our goals too broadly, we might become overly attached to the image of our ambitions rather than the work needed to achieve them. It's a phenomenon known as social reality, where talking about our intentions gives us a premature sense of completeness. Aristotle, one of the great philosophers of the Western tradition, also had views that align with this idea. He believed in the concept of potentiality and actuality, that the true value of a thing is in what it can become, not just what it is. This applies to our goals too. By nurturing them internally and allowing them to grow through our actions, we fulfill their potential rather than just talking about them. Secret number 3. Your happiness. Inner joy unveiled. When it comes to happiness, it's essential to understand that it's a state of being that doesn't require external validation or explanation. This concept is echoed in both Stoic philosophy and modern psychology, emphasizing that true happiness is a personal experience and its expression doesn't need justification to others. Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches the development of self-control and fortitude as a means to overcome destructive emotions, offers valuable insights on this topic. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This statement highlights that happiness is an internal state, governed by our thoughts and perceptions, rather than something that needs to be constantly displayed or proved to others. Similarly, Epictetus, another Stoic thinker, believed that we have control over our minds and can choose our responses to external events. He suggested that our reactions, not the events themselves, define our state of happiness. Following this line of thought, showing happiness through a simple smile or positive demeanor can be enough to influence others positively without the need for elaborate explanations or justifications. In the realm of psychology, Carl Jung, a notable figure, also had perspectives aligning with this idea. He once stated, "The word happiness would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness." This underscores the natural balance of emotions and suggests that expressing happiness need not be an elaborate display, but a genuine reflection of one's current state of being. Moreover, Aristotle, a great philosopher from the Western tradition, talked about the concept of eudaimonia, often translated as happiness or welfare. He proposed that true happiness comes from fulfilling one's potential and living a life of virtue. In this view, happiness is more about being true to oneself and living in accordance with one's values, rather than something to be constantly proven or displayed to others. Secret number 4. Relationship privacy. Intimacy's sacredness. The importance of maintaining privacy in our romantic relationships is a concept deeply rooted in both ancient philosophy and modern psychology. This idea revolves around the principle that certain aspects of our personal lives, particularly romantic relationships, benefit from being shielded from public scrutiny or excessive external input. Stoicism, a philosophy that values self-control and emotional resilience, offers valuable insights on this topic. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of focusing on what is within our control. He advised, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." Applied to relationships, this means living out your relationship authentically and privately, rather than constantly discussing it or seeking external validation or advice. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic figure, believed in the virtue of self-restraint and discretion. He once said, "Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars and see yourself running with them." This can be interpreted in the context of relationships as finding beauty and value in the private moments, the quiet, unseen experiences shared between partners, akin to the tranquil and private moments under the stars. From a psychological perspective, Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist, highlighted the significance of individual experience and its interpretation. He stated, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." This suggests that relationships are deeply personal and transformative experiences, which can be altered or diminished when exposed excessively to outside influences. Western philosophers, like Aristotle, have also touched upon aspects of private life. Aristotle believed in the concept of phronesis, or practical wisdom, which involves making the right decisions in personal matters, including relationships. This practical wisdom would suggest a cautious approach to how much we share about our romantic lives, emphasizing discretion and thoughtfulness. Moreover, Socrates, known for his method of deep questioning, would perhaps encourage a reflective approach to what we share about our relationships. He famously said, "An unexamined life is not worth living." In the context of relationship privacy, this could be interpreted as encouraging individuals to deeply consider the consequences and motivations behind sharing details of their personal lives. Secret number 5. Financial status, wealth in silence. Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes self-control, personal ethics, and emotional resilience, offers valuable perspectives on this matter. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This profound statement underlines the idea that true wealth and contentment come from within, not from what we display to others. Therefore, flaunting or openly discussing our financial status is not only unnecessary, but also contrary to the Stoic pursuit of internal wealth and tranquility. Marcus Aurelius, another prominent Stoic figure, believed in the virtue of modesty and the importance of focusing on one's character rather than material success. He stated, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." This suggests that peace and harmony are not found in external validation or showcasing one's financial status, but in being content and aligned with one's inner values. From a psychological standpoint, revealing too much about our financial situation can lead to various social dynamics that may not be beneficial. Carl Jung, a notable psychiatrist, emphasized the complexity of human relationships and the unconscious motivations that drive them. He pointed out, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." In the context of financial disclosure, this means that how others react to our financial status can reveal more about their character and our own, potentially leading to situations where we might be used or judged based on our wealth, or lack thereof. Moreover, Western philosophy has long debated the role of wealth in human happiness and societal standing. Aristotle, for instance, discussed the concept of eudaimonia, a term often translated as happiness or flourishing. He suggested that true happiness comes from living a virtuous life rather than from material wealth. This aligns with the idea that one's financial status should not be the central aspect of one's identity or social interactions. Secret number 6. Trust in friendships, confidential bonds. Stoicism, with its emphasis on virtue and self-control, offers valuable insights into why maintaining trust is crucial. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen more and talk less." This underscores the importance of being a good listener and a keeper of confidences. When a friend entrusts us with a secret, it's a sign of their trust in our character. By keeping this trust, we honor not only them, but also our own ethical principles. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic figure, spoke about the importance of actions over words in defining a person's character. He advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In the context of trust in friendships, this translates to actively demonstrating integrity by respecting privacy. It's not enough to merely claim to be trustworthy. It is through our actions, such as safeguarding a friend's secret, that our true character is revealed. From a psychological perspective, Carl Jung, a renowned psychiatrist, emphasized the significance of individual relationships and the subtle dynamics within them. He believed that the meeting of 2 personalities is like the contact of 2 chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. In terms of trust, this suggests that every interaction in a friendship, including the handling of confidential information, contributes to the evolution of that relationship. Western philosophy also addresses the role of trust and integrity in human relationships. Aristotle, in his Nicomachean Ethics, wrote extensively about friendship and virtues. He posited that one of the key aspects of a true friendship is the mutual goodwill and respect for each other's moral character. Keeping a friend's secret in this regard is an act that reinforces the bond of friendship, demonstrating respect for their privacy and autonomy. Moreover, Socrates, known for his method of ethical inquiry, would likely argue for the importance of self-reflection in our dealings with friends. He famously stated, "An unexamined life is not worth living." Applied to the context of trust in friendships, this would mean continually reflecting on our actions and ensuring they align with our values and principles, especially when it comes to maintaining confidences. Secret number 7. Your values. Staying true to yourself. Upholding personal values in the face of societal pressure is a theme deeply ingrained in both Stoic philosophy and the broader spectrum of Western philosophy and psychology. This idea emphasizes the importance of remaining true to one's core beliefs and principles, regardless of external influences or trends. Stoic philosophy, with its focus on virtue, self-control, and resilience, offers substantial guidance on this matter. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of inner freedom and autonomy. He stated, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Applying this to personal values, it suggests that true freedom and integrity come from adhering to one's beliefs, even when external circumstances challenge them. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, also championed the idea of living according to one's principles. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." This straightforward advice is a powerful reminder that living according to one's values is more about action than debate. By embodying our values, we set an example and can inspire others to do the same. From the perspective of Western philosophy, Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or well-being, is relevant here. He believed that true happiness and fulfillment come from living a life of virtue and actualizing one's potential. This aligns with the idea of sticking to personal values, as doing so leads to a fulfilling and authentic life. Carl Jung, a prominent figure in psychology, also acknowledged the importance of individuality and personal growth. He said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." This statement resonates with the idea of remaining true to oneself and one's values, suggesting that personal authenticity is key to psychological well-being. Moreover, Socrates' famous dictum, "Know thyself," underscores the importance of self-awareness in living a virtuous life. Understanding and being true to one's own values is a fundamental aspect of Socratic philosophy. It implies that moral integrity and personal authenticity are intertwined. Conclusion: embracing Stoicism in daily life. As we conclude this journey through the wisdom of maintaining a balanced and authentic life, remember that the truest power lies in living a life that resonates with your inner values and beliefs. In a world constantly trying to sway us, let's be the lighthouses of our own truth, standing firm amidst the waves. If this message has struck a chord with you, I encourage you to explore further. Just click on the playlist on the screen to continue delving into more insights and discussions that can empower and enlighten your path. Remember, each step taken in authenticity is a step towards a life rich with meaning and purpose.